On today's episode, I'm going to be discussing truck accidents and some of the unique features if you've been injured as a result of an accident involving a transport truck. Unlike car accidents or motorcycle accidents, truck accidents have some unique features. Truck accident cases are typically very vigorously defended by insurance companies. When we're talking about a large transport truck traveling on the roadways, these are typically operating for large companies. They're heavily regulated in terms of safety regulations for both the truck and the operator, and very often trucks carry large insurance policies, and sometimes they're operating for large corporations. And because of those dynamics, the truck accident cases tend to be more vigorously defended. That means the insurance company will spend the resources. They also recognize that when a truck's involved in an accident, the injuries are usually quite severe. Just given the size of the vehicle versus a car or a passenger vehicle, it's not uncommon for the insurance company to deploy resources immediately, or for the company behind that truck to deploy resources immediately. Sometimes we'll see personnel from the trucking company or from the corporation on the scene of the accident. Sometimes they get there before the police and they're already doing risk assessments and risk control. Photographing, taking statements, taking measurements, and starting their own investigation really early. Trucks obviously are bigger vehicles. They require different license than a passenger vehicle, so different training and experience of the operator. They behave very different than a regular passenger vehicle in terms of their stopping ability, their ability to stop and react to an emergency or a situation in the road, their acceleration ability, the width of their turns, the sight lines of the truck driver, what the truck driver can see or not see. So there's so many unique features about a truck that add complexity to a truck accident case. The insurance companies and their lawyers are very experienced. Typically, when they have a truck accident case, they use a lawyer and an adjuster that has a lot of experience or maybe exclusively handles truck accident cases. It's important that if you're involved in a truck accident, that you equip yourself also with a lawyer that has experience and understands the unique features of trucks, how they operate, but also the regulation or the framework around trucks, what they need to do, how they do it. Because then your lawyer will know what evidence needs to be preserved, what needs to be requested and obtained to fully investigate and identify what's necessary to prove your case. So for instance, trucks will have inspection or log sheets. Truck drivers are required to inspect their trucks and keep logs on it. There's maintenance records on repairs and maintenance of the truck. Similarly, the truck driver is going to have a log on the number of hours that they operated their vehicle and drove, where they stopped, when they stopped, how long they stopped for. And all of this becomes important to see, was the truck driver fatigued at the time? Was he in a particular hurry at that time? How is he compensated, for instance, is also relevant in some cases. Some truck drivers are compensated based on the number of runs they do in this situation of a dump truck, for instance. And so all of these things can be factors that impact the behavior of the vehicle or the operator at the time. Many trucks are also equipped these days with very sophisticated equipment to monitor where the truck is in terms of GPS, the speed of the truck. They keep detailed records on the activities and the whereabouts of the vehicle. Request that it's preserved and obtain copies. A lot of trucks also are equipped with cameras, both forward-facing cameras, so a camera that looks outside of the truck to the roadway, but also, very commonly these days, companies are requiring their truck drivers to also have a camera in the truck facing the driver and recording what's happening in the cab of the truck. So again, it's important to be aware that these types of things might exist and act early to make sure you obtain copies of it or your lawyer obtains copies. Waiting too long to involve a lawyer could mean information is either lost, discarded, or no longer can be located for whatever reason, and that could be detrimental to your case. A lot of the information is in the possession of the trucking company. They have the resources either because of the corporation that is operating the truck and or the insurance company behind that. They can investigate, they can spend the money early, they can collect information and really from the outset start to build a case against you. By the time you advance your case, they already have anticipated where you're going to go and they've built a defense. So that's one of the ways that we see that trucking cases are more vigorously defended because they prepare early. So when there's a collision between a passenger vehicle and a truck, sometimes truck operators or the companies will try to blame the driver of the passenger vehicle. You were driving too fast, you were in its blind spot. Some of the frequent truck accident cases we see are where trucks fail to stop on time and rear-end passenger vehicles, trucks changing lanes, not recognizing the presence of a passenger vehicle and striking it, truck wheels falling off or parts of their load coming off and striking a passenger vehicle on a highway. Certainly we see cases with wide turns, making impact with vehicles. Also trucks turning left in front of oncoming vehicles. That's another big hazard that you would see off of the highway. Each of those cases is obviously different in terms of how fault is established. The important thing is having a lawyer that understands how trucks are different, the specialized training and experience that's expected of a competent truck driver, the regulations that a competent truck driver is supposed to follow or a company is supposed to follow, and being able to really look beneath the surface and see if there's other information or evidence that will help corroborate your story and ultimately help prove your case. Very often in truck accident cases, we do require the assistance of engineers, a forensic engineer to do accident reconstruction, experts on human factors, what was seen and reaction time. That's also the reason why you want to collect the information early so that your lawyer can obtain an expert and put them in the best position to perform an accident reconstruction from a scientific point of view. So if you or a loved one's recently been involved in a trucking accident, feel free to reach out to me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can contact us by telephone or you can visit our website and request a free consultation. I'm happy to sit down with you and your family, talk about the circumstances of your case, and help you to make an informed decision for your future. Thanks for watching.